Good morning, YouTube family, or afternoon or night, whenever you're catching this, of course. The Lord works with me in kind of mysterious ways, and I think I want to give you an explanation. He released me this morning to be able to explain why I took down my 3 Days of Darkness videos. At first, he didn't even want me to give an explanation. I was just being obedient to the Lord and just telling you, okay, it's over. You're not going to hear that subject anymore. But this morning, I really felt a release in my spirit to go ahead and explain why I took down all my videos that had to do with 3 Days of Darkness. I just recently put one of them back up. It just mentions it in there, but it's not the main subject. So that's why I brought that one back up, because the Lord did have a word for the people that He's going to be blessing them. That all people will hear from the Lord. That was a blessing from God, and He wanted that to be up there still. So, but it's not focused on the 3 Days of Darkness. It just merely mentions it in there. But I want to give an explanation to all my subscribers as to what happened to those videos, why I took them down, why the Lord led me in the way He did, and just to give you a better idea. When you do things radically like that, take down 11, 12 videos, all on the same subject, it gets people's attention. And the subscribers that have been following my videos, have a right to know what happened, because what it leads to, and I knew when I did it, I said, Lord, they're going to think this is an admission of some sort of error or something, and that is not the case. What I shared in those videos was accurate and true, but it's like this. When you're getting ready to build a house, you build a foundation first. You break the ground and you pour a foundation. And it was like this was the foundation. God wanted you to know that this event is in the future and it is coming. I took mine down because really there are lots of other voices out there talking about this particular subject matter. I was spending a great deal of my time trying to answer back criticisms of this and the fact that it was a Catholic thing. A long time. I have never been Catholic. I am not Catholic. God brought this to my attention completely outside of that whole understanding that, the Catholics had given this word a long time ago. But what the Catholics did that is wrong is that they've made it fear-based. This is not about that. This is about God and God doing what He needs to do to wake the people up and to bring people into the right place with Him. Remember that all things work together for good to those called according to His purpose. These 3 days of darkness will be according to God's purpose. So we do not fret, we do not fear what is in the darkness, because God has us protected, number one. I don't want to get all up into this again, because I'm not going to really be talking about this particular subject matter. I'm just trying to give everyone a reason why I took them down. So, like He was showing me, it was the foundation. It got people to listen to what I had to say, but this is not. God had me build that foundation for a reason, because this is coming. And the things that I said were, for the most part, absolutely true. I recorrected myself even on going through that thing, because you know what? I am not a perfect person, but for the main gist of all of it is absolutely correct. So, and God taught me who was out there in the darkness. It's not demons, it's angels, it's God's army. And so we do not fear as God's people. Okay, so get back on target here. It's the foundation. Once the foundation gets laid, it's time to build a house, right? It's time to build the structure. So the Lord, it doesn't make making the foundation wrong. It just means that it's now time to move on to building the building. And that is my calling in I know this is my calling in life. When the Lord woke me up one morning and told me that, do I know what part of the body I am? And I've told this story already, but for those who had not heard it, he woke me up one morning. He says, do you know what part of the body you are? And I said, no, what part of the body am I, Lord? And he said, you're the immune system. Okay, I never thought of myself. I didn't even think the immune system as being part of the body, but clearly it is, right? I'm called to believers. I'm called to the people of God. I'm called to help strengthen the body. So to be kind of like bogged down in this one subject of the 3 days of darkness was not where the Lord wanted me to stay. He wanted me to move from there, which was a foundation to let you know this is coming. But now we need to gear up. Now we need to know that we need to be very, very strong in our faith. Unfortunately, here I go again. Don't condemn me for trashing churches, but frankly, we haven't been taught how to fight. We haven't been taught how to pray. We haven't been taught how to wage spiritual warfare against the enemy. We've been victimized by him for a very long time and not trained how to stand in faith against him. Churches have kind of really let us down in this area. We have not been taught how to evangelize, to go out and really reach the lost. There have been some. I have to say there have been some who have done that. But for the most part, most Christian churches are a business, and they just want to make sure business as usual continues, and they do not tell you all this other stuff. We are supposed to be doing what the Lord called us to do, to go into all the world, to preach the gospel to every creature, to heal the sick and raise the dead, and to cast out demons. But we are not doing that. We haven't been trained to do that. We've kind of gotten into a very laxed attitude of what it means to be a Christian. We kind of just think, okay, darken the door of a church once a week, and that's really pretty much it. We need to start doing the work of the Lord. So that's why I'm here trying to give this explanation, because you who are my subscribers to YouTube deserve to know why I removed those, because it is time to move forward. It is time not to look back at the warning, but to know the warning is there, but we need to be prepared for that time. We need to be very, very strong in our faith. We need to learn how to walk in faith and not fear. We need to know how to call on the Lord and trust and believe for everything and anything. We need to just be able to know how to pray effectively and do our job as the children of the Lord. We are his disciples, and we need to be about his business. So I want to just thank everybody for listening to my YouTube channel. Know that in the coming days, my mission is to help you become very, very strong in your faith, to build you up in your faith, to help you learn how to pray effectively, to teach you how to hear from God yourself, so you're not depending on people like me or other people to give you words. You can hear for yourself. You can know. And when we get together and you hear from me and I hear from you, it's confirmation of what the Lord's already said to your own heart. So it's not going to be a special word from somebody. You'll already know, because God will have already told you. Know that we're coming into a time like that. That all of us need to hear. All of us need to be in action for our King. We all have to be geared up for what's coming, because what's coming will be very exciting, very strenuous, but we have to be strong in our faith. We will be more than conquerors through a lot of this stuff. We have to be willing to not love our lives even unto death. We don't know if we might become like Stevens, but it's okay. God will be in it with us. And that He may ask us to be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, going into the fiery furnace, but you know something? He was there with them, and they came out not even smelling like smoke. I believe that even if there's a nuclear war or the worst possible things can happen, doesn't necessarily mean we perish. Okay? What does Psalm 91 say? Read it, live by it, because that's our mandate. That's for us. I just want to bless all of you Christians and know we're built for such a time as this. Have faith. God put you here because he knows you can do it. You can do it. Don't let the enemy tell you you cannot do it. You can do it, and you can smile while you're doing it. You can have joy while you're in the midst of trouble. And the enemy's buffering a lot of us right now on a lot of different levels to try to weaken us. It's time now to take our place in the body of Christ, in the Lord, and say no to him and stop letting him beat us up. We got to start sending him on the run. So come on, Christians, gear up. My dog is just bothering me so bad right now. And know that you can do this. Let's do it for the Lord. Let's become Davids. Okay? This dog will not stop. Come meet everybody. Come here. Oh my goodness gracious. Honestly, I try to put him out of the room when I'm doing these because he just will not quit. He's such a love bug. But know that our Lord's holding us like I'm holding this dog, okay? He's got us. We're safe. Let's not get worried or concerned. Let's stay strong and know that God's carrying us through this. All we have to do is hold our ground with the Lord and not let anyone break our faith down. So I love you guys. I hope that explains why I took down the videos, because really it's time to move forward. We have to stop looking at what's coming and start being prepared for what's coming. So that's why I did it. I love everybody. Keep tuning in, because I believe the Lord will continue to give me words and of ways to help you understand how to walk strong in these days. So I bless you all. I thank you for listening. God bless every one of you. If you're listening to this, I know God sent you my way. I know it. God's doing great things, and he's getting you ready. And I'm so privileged to be part of helping in that way. I hope I'm a good immune system. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to build you up, get you ready to fight the good fight of faith in these last days. God bless you, everybody. Bye.